Hey guys, it's Tony here. Just want to give you an update on the little project I mentioned on Facebook. This is the gauge cluster that my son and I have been working on for the Travco motorhome. And real simple little project. It's coming out really nice. I just want to give you an idea on how we did this because I see a lot of people just sticking their gauges in weird places. And, I think this looks pretty cool. It's a little custom gauge cluster. And this is actually, I measured the width here from here to here so it fits right above the dashboard, above the factory gauges beneath here. And what I did was, it's not finished here on top, but this part is done. This is where the gauges sit. This is just a piece of 1/4 inch wood that I drew it out, measured everything so it's symmetrical. And obviously the tack is here in the middle. On either side I've got the air to fuel ratio gauges. Here is the vacuum gauge for the engine. This is the generator oil temperature for the back. And this side would be, this is water and this is trans oil. And that's what I've got set up here. And I built this part first. I built all this, stuck all the gauges in, clamped it on, and then what I did was I put this inside of a large, not large, just a standard trash bag, tucked it in there, sealed up the bag, and then with the cardboard I formed it over the top. My son and I, he held it down, we taped it onto the table to hold it real nice and snug, newspapers underneath obviously, and then we just sprayed expanding foam, a can of great stuff, all into the back. So when the foam was going in there, it was basically hugging the gauges and forming around the gauges. So the gauges, when I have them snapped into place, because they have to be snapped in now to fit inside those holes that were made by the expanding foam, they're in there tight, nice and snug, just the way I want it. And when I'm done with this, the way it's going to work is I'm going to have a little gap right here between the top of this and the bottom of this little hood area, to provide some shade on the gauges so they're not just like right up to the front here. And I just want it to breathe. I'm not sure, but I'm thinking that maybe they generate some heat. And in case they do, I just want it to breathe. And I figure the hole that I'm going to drill into the dashboard to put the wires through, it'll draw air through that and out through here if it does generate heat to keep it cool. I'm going to put a couple of long 2-inch or 3-inch screws into the side here with those little plastic caps over the top of the vinyl on either side to hold it in. And in the back, I'm just going to put a piece of Velcro, some stronger Velcro in the back, and that'll keep it from moving around. It's not like anyone's going to kick this thing off once it's up there. But let me show you on the inside and how I did this. Let me just pop this out on the gauges. But yeah, the gauges themselves, real easy. Then on the piece of wood that I bought, I did a few different designs just to see what I like best. You could actually see the circles drawn in the back on the previous design. I just drew the one that I went with on the back side of that. It's just vinyl, glued on vinyl. I used just a spray-on glue to attach the vinyl onto the wood. And then, like I said, I put it in a bag, sprayed it in. When I put the foam on, it was way out here. It was huge. It was 2 inches above, 4 inches behind. It just really did a good job expanding, and it's hard as a rock. I mean, this is really stiff as it is right now, but once I put that layer of expanding foam, it's going to make it real tough and real solid as well. And then I just trimmed it all off. I took a serrated knife that my wife doesn't know about. I took the bread knife and I cut the foam off. That giant, it was like giant yellow afro. I just trimmed it all back, made it nice and neat, and sanded down some of the rough edges. And then with the liquid nails, it'll really make it tough and solid. So, and then after, obviously, when I'm done with that, I'm just going to glue this vinyl on top of that and get everything all nice and smoothed out. And it's going to look pretty sweet, I think, when it's all done. And it blends in great. I mean, the vinyl color matches what's there with the Travco. This gauge here, I had to make this little bracket here because my tack didn't come with one of these factory-style brackets, and it's held on real tight, real nice. But that's pretty much it, guys. That's what I've been working on as far as the gauges go. I'm going to put together another video. I'm waiting for the mechanic to give me a call. We're supposed to go over to the motorhome hopefully today or tomorrow to do some work there on the engine. It's a 2-man project on some of the stuff I got going on. But, it's a lot of fun. My son and I are having a good time. I mean, I know he's got memories that he's never going to forget. This is stuff that's things he's going to remember for the rest of his life. The Travco's been so much fun, more than just camping, but just the projects, the fun of restoring an antique motorhome. It stands out in the park. it's the coolest thing out there. So I think doing projects like this, if it's definitely not a good idea for an investment, but as far as having fun, it's an awesome project or a hobby or something that have fun with. It's better than going to a bar, I guess, or just spending time doing stupid stuff. So I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. I just want to give you guys a little update on what I've been working on, and I'll put up another video of the projects on the inside for you to get an idea on what we're doing. And just getting ready. We've got a big trip planned for Ludington, Michigan here in about 3 weeks. So I've got to get all this done, up and running before that trip. And that's it. See you guys.